There is one question that you have to answer in the interviewer's mind if you're going to get that job. Hi, I'm Damien, and I've come to give you some really quick and effective tips for interviewing. So we're obviously in lockdown at the moment, still going through COVID in the UK and beyond. And a lot of people have been in contact asking around interview techniques. And to be honest, when I'm coaching people, that is one of the main things. No matter where people are in an organisation, they want to learn how to interview better. So here's some really quick takeaways. We are going to be doing a whole range of videos on pre-interview, interview and post-interview techniques, but they're not coming up until 2021. But what I'm going to do is give you 6 really quick takeaways that can get your mindset right so you can be really effective in an interview. So the first one is realizing that you're interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. If I think back about some of the interviews that I've had, I've actually called the company afterwards when I haven't felt it's the right fit or the right time. And I've called them and I've pulled out. So I've taken ownership over the situation. You're interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. And if you can get that in your mind, then you can effectively go in there and be relaxed because you realise that it's not all about them looking at you, but it's 50-50, it's vice versa. So that's a great mindset technique. Number 2 is that realise that you're meant to be there. Because so many people go to interviews and they start sabotaging themselves in their own mind. They start feeling like they're not worthy, or they shouldn't be there, or they start catastrophizing about how things are going to go poorly. Just remember, you've been selected from a whole tranche of people and you're in there. So you're meant to be there. Have confidence that you've been picked to be shortlisted to be there on the day. Again, that should give you loads and loads of confidence so you can go into the interview really positively. Third thing is build massive rapport. There is one question that you have to answer in the interviewer's mind if you're going to get that job. And it is not around skill, it is not around anything else. Ultimately, in the interviewer's mind is, can they work with you as a person? Can they visualize working with you? And that is all going to come down to the rapport that you can build. You know, to have a nice Duchenne smile. That's not a quick smile that you flash, but a real smile that builds over a number of seconds, that creases the eyes, that opens up the face. Have nice open body language. Be inquisitive, ask them questions, be open and honest. And also, when you're giving answers, always try and use the star analogy. Now, the police in the UK use this, and I really like it. The star analogy is a really effective way of answering questions and giving an example. And if you use star on every single question, you're going to top out on the marks on every question. So, star, it breaks down your example in a structure. So, situation, you're asked a question, you give the situation, the overall situation. T, task. What was the task that you specifically had to do as a team or yourself? Action. What actions did you take? Break them down. Be specific as much as you can. Show how much you've got a growth mindset, how much you adapt and overcome. And R, what was the result? I.e., what was the result overall, but also what was the result that you impacted personally. So use that situation, task, action, result. Structure your examples, give an example on every question, and you're going to be really hitting those high marks on the questions. So number 4, this is a really key one. This is what I call acclimatization. And that is, so many people turn up to interviews and they're in a strange environment. And I always think of it a bit like going up the mountains. I love mountains. I've been to Nepal, I've been to high altitude. And you don't just go straight up to the top of high altitude. You go up and you gradually build and you get used to the environment. Much the same with interviews. Get to the location where you're going to be so you can see the building you're going to go into an hour early. You can chill out, have a cup of coffee, start acclimatizing to the local environment. When you get to the interview, don't turn up too early, maybe 15-20 minutes before. Go in there, settle down. If you need to go to the bathroom, you can run some cold water on your left wrist. That's the wrist where the vena cava goes up to your heart, and it will cool your blood supply going to your heart. It will calm you down. You can go in there and you can sit down knowing that you're there, knowing that you're prepared. and you're not in a mad rush. You're not wondering about the environment anymore because you're there, and you can just slowly calm yourself in the environment you're going to be having the interview with the people that you're also going to be interviewing the other way. Don't forget that. Tip 5, bring a book. Do not look at your phone. One of the worst things that you can do is look at your phone. It shows lack of engagement. I think personally it's pretty rude. You know, there's going to be other candidates there. Talk to other candidates, get to know them. They might be going for the same job as you, but ultimately it shows that you're a people person. It shows that you're interested and inquisitive. And I would always look at candidates coming for jobs with me as to what they do before the interview. What are their traits? What are their sort of innate behaviours? And if you've got someone that is plugged in, ignoring everyone else, tapping away, looking on their phone, social media, whatever it might be, it is a put off. You know, ultimately in your mind, you have to answer that question: can I work with this person? And if you've got someone that isn't engaging, someone that's tapping away on their phone, closed off, ultimately you're going to already have an impression about that person before they even walk into the interview. So, you know, bring a book, an interesting book to read. Don't go on social media, don't go on your phone, and if there's other people there, be inquisitive and start talking to them. And number 6, as we talk about in so many of the videos on the channel, show your growth mindset. Show how you're open to challenge, how you're ready to improvise, adapt and overcome. It's all about being open to opportunities, being open to new ways of working. Your mindset is the thing that people want. There are so many jobs out there where if you get a candidate with not all of the right skills but an absolutely cracking mindset, someone that will go above and beyond, show that they'll learn, show that they'll work hard, show that they can work with other people, show that they're positive, they can do, they're willing to go an extra mile for the business and really get the results you want, versus someone that might have all the technical skills but they show up, they're on the phone, they've got a bad attitude. I know which one I would prefer, and I know which one most of my friends that run businesses would prefer. It is all about how you show up on the day. The person is going to want someone that is going to bring value to their business, and not just short-term value with the skill, but long-term value. What can they bring over time? And that is all to do with your mindset. It's all to do with your energy and all to do with what you can give to the business. So show your growth mindset. So we're going to do a lot more videos on these 6 tips, but they are the 6. If you put these into practice, I promise it will massively increase your success rate in interviews, and also it will really bring you confidence when you're sitting down with people. So I hope you can put them into effect. I really hope it helps some people over lockdown that are maybe looking for new work. And thank you for looking at this video on the Success Mindset YouTube channel. I'm Damien, and we'll see you on some videos soon. Thank you very much, guys.